I've been talking to a few people about HMOs, and they said that oh, there goes the dogs. Oh, there goes the dogs. And they said you want to make a video on it, and I thought, okay. And I've watched a few videos, and they talk about licensing and planning and Article 4s and all these things, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe we ought to try something a little bit different. So the main thing about HMOs, the first, beyond everything else, everything, is, do you want to do it? That's a real question. I'm not making this up. Is it what you want to do? Because there's going to be a lot of stress, there's going to be an awful lot of anxiety, there's going to be sleepless nights. And don't say, oh, are you over-egging it? No, there's going to be anxiety. And when I say sleepless nights, you're going to be lying in there in bed, and will you be? Yeah, you'll be thinking about it. And there's nothing you can do. You're going to get lots of that. You're going to miss out on family time because you're going to be working. Now, if you think that you're going to go on the internet and you're going to get your phone out and you're going to say, oh, that looks a nice house, I'll buy that one. So you phone up, you say, can I buy that? Yes. Oh, right. The mortgage. Hello, can I have a mortgage? Yes. Okay, then can I pick the keys up Tuesday? No, it doesn't work like that. First of all, you've got to find a house. Then you've got to organise all the finance. And it takes months to even find the right place. That's if you can afford it. So there's all this family time, because what do you think that when you get this house, you get the keys and you open it and you look inside, you say, okay, well, I'll put an advert in and then we'll start letting it then. No, it's just work after work after work. And so you will lose family time. Now, when I did it quite a few years ago, or I'm still doing it now, but like quite a few years ago when I started and I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, I lost a lot of family time. My kids grew up and I missed it. I missed it, okay? Because you will have early mornings. You will get early mornings and you will get late nights. The thoughts of saying, oh, well, we'll have a couple of beers or we'll go to the gym. Well, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But the problem is, you won't get very far doing that. You might get one house, you might get two, it might take you 2 or 3 years. You have got to work like a Trojan. Let's get through this gate. Come on then, dogs. Come on. Come on. So, early mornings. Yeah, if the contractor is going to be there, and I don't know if you're going to be doing it all yourself or some yourself, but you can't do it all yourself, okay? So you're going to say, right, because you might be a specialist gas engineer, but you can't certificate your electrics. It's slippery down this path. This path is terrible. Oh, if I fall over. You can't certificate your electrics. You can't certificate your gas boiler. Now you might be able to, you're going to lay your own carpet. Do you know how to lay carpet? You might know how to put some partitions in. Do you know how to put smoke alarms in? All this, you don't. So you're going to have to be on that site before everybody else. Now, at the beginning, like, it's a little bit different for me because I'm been doing this a while, and so a little bit more established, so it's different. But if you really want to make a difference, if you really want to go somewhere, you're going to be on site at 10 to 7, because you've got to prep everything, because everybody will meander in at 8. Now, if you think, and this is deadly serious, because I've seen this as well, wow, there's a lot of cow stuff here. If you think you're going to meander into the I'll have a bite to eat, a little bit of breakfast, and then I'll be on the job at 9, and yeah, okay, you can do that. It might take you 2 years to do one house, and I'm on like day 18 at the moment, and we are moving fast. It's different. I've got more experience. I understand that. But if this is your first HMO, there will be late nights. I've gone 24 hours working, so I've let something, and they've said to me, when would this be ready? And it's got no kitchen. it's got no kitchen. I said, it'll be ready tomorrow, 4 o'clock. They said, there's no kitchen. I said, tomorrow, 4 o'clock. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I've let the damn thing, and there's no kitchen. So I'm working through the night to get the kitchen ready, and I've done it. That doesn't mean to say I want to do that again. I've done my time of extremely early mornings, extremely late nights, sometimes 24, 48 hours, run through the weekend. Like, that's a good thing, a weekend. What is a weekend? Well, okay, a weekend is what 9-to-5ers do. Okay, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or 9 to 5 doing some shift or whatever. So, no, there are no weekends if this is what you want to do. Whoa, that dog's running. If that's what you want to do. And 9 to 5 doesn't exist. It's more like 5 till 9, 6 or maybe 7 days a week. I did a period of about 14 years back in the day. So I did 14 years of like no days off. Okay, maybe there's no holidays. We didn't say, oh, we're going to go to Spain for 2 weeks. What? No, I just worked and worked and worked. And that's the question that you need to ask yourself now. Is this really what you want to do? Is a HMO what you want to do? Is property what you want to do? Oh, and then there's the risk. Yeah, there's risk. There's financial risks. First of all, have you got the money? If you don't got the money, if you borrowed the money. There's a guy I know, and I'm certainly not going to give the guy's name. He had this dream of building this huge empire, and he took some very peculiar risks. Too much risks. We were wondering how he was moving so quickly. He moved quicker in 1 year than I did in 10. I didn't know how he was doing it. Well, he wasn't doing it very well, and things didn't work out. So there are risks. Are you going to borrow the money? And then you've got regulatory problems. What about all the you've got to deal with everybody. And people are not on the same mindset as you are. For everybody else, you got to deal with 9 to 5 people whilst you're a 5 to 9 people. Does that make sense? So everybody that's working for you, 9 to 5, you are 5 to 9. Okay, so that means that if somebody is a contractor is gonna come out and do some work for you, oh no, I can't do it Tuesday, but I can pop in. Oh, I only got an hour here, sorry about that. And then there's the regulatory thing. Don't talk me about planning permission. I mean, you have to go through the planning issues. The planning issues are absolutely just soul destroying. Simple and easy, I'd put it this way. It's simple and easy. It's simple. Apply for planning permission, get or not get planning permission, move forward. Simple. Is it easy? No, it's not. It's like climbing Mount Everest, isn't it? Simple and easy. Is it simple to climb Mount Everest? Simple. One step in front of the other until you get to the top. Simple. Is it easy? Well, of course it's not. Planning's the same. Okay? But HMO is the same. Buy house, strip it out, put in fire alarm, rent out. Dead easy. No, it's not that easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Now, I talked about regulatory problems there, and those are the things that will come and go in your life. People will give you issues that you have to overcome. Nothing you can do about it, just get on with it. But the building problems, they will be there every morning, every day. And when you've let it, and it's let, and some student says, oh, there's not a mop here. Why? Coming through the gate. Go on, guys. Go on. Let's go up that hill, shall we? Oh my God. If I get out of breath in a second, you'll know why. This way. So building. There are going to be building problems, and there is nothing you can do about it. You're going to be, I wouldn't say on call, I don't mean on call, but you will be called upon all the time for building problems. Resolve this. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about that? And what I would say to you do there is to listen to experienced contractors, but you also have to work out what their what their agenda is with that. So you could be in a situation where somebody is just giving themselves a load of new work and that you got to pay for because they ain't got much work on. Or you can listen to somebody and they can save you literally thousands or lots of hard work that you don't need to do. So this hill is taking it out of me. The building is not gonna build itself. You're gonna be there every day working at it. Now, you don't need to be there every day, that's fine. But the problem is that job is gonna take a year to do, maybe 6 months. Sometimes it can go into a couple of years. And the problem with that, whilst I gather my breath, is all the time, unless you're exceptionally lucky and somebody has given you a load of money and your grandma and granddad's died and they've left you a house in their will, and I guess that happens. Didn't happen to me, and it probably is not going to happen to you either. What is going to happen is it's just work, and the money is hemorrhaging every day. So the interest you're paying on the mortgage is hemorrhaging money. Yeah? The building materials is hemorrhaging money, and for every day it's not let, there's no income. You've got no income. So your income starts when it's let. Now, this is important. You don't suddenly get a nice big fat check for 100,000. Now, you can remortgage. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But again, someone says, oh, we can remortgage and pull 100 grand out tax-free. No, it's not tax-free. Do not think it's tax-free. And people on YouTube will lie to you. They'll say it's tax-free. It's not. There's a bill to pay to the tax man for taking that, say 100,000 out at the end of the day when you go to sell it all. So when you're 25, you pull 100 grand out here and 100 grand out there, you say, this is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. When you're 55 and you're selling it all up, no, that's when you got to pay the tax bill for it. So don't go thinking it's free money. It is not free money. Leave the money in there. Now that goes against everything that I think people are saying. Oh, remortgage, take your money out, move on to the next one. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I'm diversifying. There's so much to tell you. Sorry, I just had to climb the hill, still out of breath. Actually, I don't know if you can see. Can you hear the motorway? Need to go careful what comes on this camera. What I'm saying is commitment. Do you want to do it? It needs absolute commitment. If you're not committed, it's highly likely you're going to lose money or it's going to fail because you didn't do it. But the rewards are there if you're truly committed to do it. So the first question is, do you want to do it? I haven't even got the first thing. We're not even talking about planning yet. We're not even talking about Article 4 or regulations or licensing or room sizes. Well, no. Do you want to do it? Now, the next question, in my view, and this is not financial advice, so this is just my view, the next thing you need to discuss or think about, it's all according if you're doing it on your own or you're with someone, is the demographic. No, it's not the type of house or anything like that, it's the demographic. So, are you going to rent out to students? Are you in the catchment area for students? Are you going to rent out to people on benefits? Are you going to rent out to private renter? Are you going to rent out to business people? Are you going to go up market, down market? Now, these are really serious considerations because I live in Bristol. Now, so we got University of Bristol on one hand, they're a little bit snooty, so okay. Now they're the other side of Bristol, and this side of Bristol we have University West of England, and it's massive. It's a massive university. And so you have this huge catchment area for these people. Now that's great, but do you want to do students? Someone's going to phone you up and the mop's not going to be, I know that because I've had that, or the toaster's not working. Now, do you do benefits? Is it worth doing benefits? Are they going to wreck your place? Oh, you work that one out. Are they going to say, again, the toaster doesn't work? Are you going to get a phone call in the middle of the night? Oh yeah, the light's gone out. You find out it's the electric, or the gas has gone out because they didn't put any gas on there. Now, this is important. Whichever one you choose to go down, private renting, renting to people on benefits, let me get through this gate. Students, they don't mix. Okay, now you might be able to put one mature student in a group of private renters because kind of okay. You might put, but right, if you got 4 22-year-old students in a house together and you put one 50-year-old guy in there as well, and the guy's got to be up early because he's got a shift at the local warehouse, that's not going to work, because they're going to come back partying, and they're perfectly entitled to party, and that's fine, but it's just not going to work, because one guy will be working hard and the other ones will be partying, so it doesn't work. So you have to work out what you want to do. Are you in a catchment area for students? Students is a nice easy one, and this is important as well, because room sizes don't really matter when it comes to students. They kind of do, but they don't. I'll explain that in another video if anybody is really interested about that. But they don't mix. You can't put 3 private payers in with somebody who's on benefits and not worked for the past 10 years because kind of they don't want to. And they're entitled not to want to, I guess. That's up to them. But they won't mix, because you'll have 3 or 2 people with money and one with none. And the one with none will get uptight that everybody got money and is going out and doing stuff. It just doesn't work. Choose your demographic and where you're gonna do it. Now, the next thing you need to be going back into the forest again. The next thing you're gonna need to work out is, where are you going to set up your HMO or your property development? Where? Now, this is like really, really important. Like I just said, I'm next door to, well, one big university and the other university is a bit far away. But if I'm not, you don't want to set something up for students and find there's no students. Or you don't want to find out that you've set the place up to take people on housing benefit or universal credit now, and you find that you're right out in the middle of the wilds and nobody can get you and nobody wants to come there because they can't, because nobody got a car. And so you have to work out where you're going to set your HMO or property, where are you going to set it up. And that goes back to the demographic again, as to who you're going to be taking on. If you're inner city and the places are small and there's no students around, and private renters don't really want it, well, then I guess it's benefits. Now, is that what you want to do? Now, you can go down in Bristol, again, I said I'm in Bristol, you can go down to the docks and you could have a nice 3-bed, beautiful place overlooking the SS Great Britain, and you think, wow, this is fantastic. Now, the problem with that is that's gonna be like £1,000 a week. So £4,000 a month for a huge 3-bed overlooking the SS Great Britain on the docks? Yeah, that'd be about right. So have you got enough, are there enough people with that sort of money to rent your out? Now, it's fantastic. You can do a fantastic place. You can have internet, you can have cornicing, it could be beautiful. The carpet can be so thick that you get lost in it. The problem is, if it's not let, it's not making any money. If it's not making any money, you're hemorrhaging interest and costs and loans and mortgages, and you're going nowhere very, very fast. I've lost one of the dogs. I'm gonna shout out. Hang on. Oh, no, I got a dog. 2 dogs. 2 dogs. Vinny, Safi, where are you? Yeah. Now, one of the next things, in my view, because this is not financial advice, this is just what I think, okay, is, do you have the financial resources to do what you want to do? Now, this is pretty damn important. Again, all these things are really, really important. And we haven't talked about licensing or planning or anything like that, or phoning up an estate agent to get it let. We haven't talked about that. Do you have the financial resources? It's no good buying a whopping great big Victorian house and you haven't got any money, and now you're trying to split it into 10 rooms with 5 bathrooms, 2 big living rooms, double this, double that, and you ain't got the money. So, do you have the financial resources to make a serious go of it? Now, if you don't, then start small. Now, again, it goes back to this guy that I knew. I still know him, but I don't get to see much of him because he's not around very much. He went headlong into this dream he had of building this enormous empire, and it failed because he just overstretched himself. He did not have the resources, and we just spent too much money. And you could see after what, well, when I began, because I did look into it, I thought, well, how is he getting further in 6 months than I am in a decade? I don't get it. Well, when I looked into it, he wasn't. So, do you have the financial resources? So you need to cut your, how does the saying go? Cut your cloth to suit your, I don't know. I'll have to ask my dad, he'll tell me. You need to know what you're doing. Start with one. Just start with one, make it a small one, find a 3-bed semi, and work on that. Okay, 3-bed semi, you can get 4 bedrooms out of a 3-bed semi, and you will start. You don't need to be saying, right, well, I got to get 8 rooms, I'm going to build an extension, we're going to go up into the loft. Well, if you got the money to do that, and again, the experience, if you got the money and the experience, then great, do that. But if you don't, for God's sake, don't overstretch yourself. Far better to have a 3-bed or a 4-bed HMO and to have some money coming in than it is to just go in there on the first minute because you just took on a 10-bed HMO. And I've lost the dogs again. One's there. I'm going to shout for the dogs. So, got the dogs back again. Haven't I? Dogs? Got the dogs back? Those are my thoughts on the first things that you should consider when you're looking to go, well, yeah, into HMOs, yeah, that's great, but into property, anything, are those points. Now, I've gone on to watch other people's videos and they've talked about licensing and planning and building regs and room sizes and things like that, and that's great. I'm talking about the other stuff. I wanted to make a slightly different video and I hope I've done that. If you found it interesting, that's great, but I mean, if you got this far, wow, I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time. Oh, people are coming. Just, well, wait a minute, hang on. Oh, we're back. The people are gone. I've been doing this a long time, longer than I care to admit. Look what it did to my hair. Yeah, I had hair when I started. So what I'm saying is, I've got a relative amount of experience in this matter. I'm not the richest guy you're going to find. Really, really not the richest guy you're going to find. It's okay though, I'm doing okay. But there's a lot to think about before you start to work out the small fine detail. Work out the big stuff first. And the biggest one, like I said in the very beginning, is, do you want to do it? Because once you start on it, you can't stop. You can't stop, or you're going to lose out big time. Sorry, lost the dogs again, but I got them again. We're in a forest and they just run off because that's what dogs do, and if I was a dog I'd probably want to do that too, but I can see them. So yeah, what I'm saying is, once you start, you can't stop. Once you've got the house and the mortgage and you've got the payments coming out, it's no good saying, you know what, I've kind of, this is not what I want to do. Because if you sell a half-complete house, nobody's going to remortgage it. No one's going to mortgage it. So the only people that are going to buy that are people at auction or cash buyers. And so if you're halfway through a project and you said, I've had enough, I'm out of here, you are going to get, I don't know, 60% of what the value of the house, because you're talking at cash buyers now, builders, and builders are going to love that. So once you start, you can't stop. It's like a carousel, but you can't get off. Oh, someone's barking. Listen, I hope that was good. If you liked it, thank you. If you didn't, well, okay, it'd be interesting to hear your feedback if you didn't like it, or if you think I'm a plonker. Well, that's good too. I'm not sure I'd argue with you, if I'm honest. Just walking home now. Sun's come out. That's lovely. If you did want to hear that case study that I said about the guy, I'm certainly not going to tell you who it is because that would be dreadfully unfair. If you wanted to hear that case study of what he did and what went wrong, just put it in the comments and maybe I'll make a video about that. Okay,